It's really, really key when you're quitting PMO to be open-minded to a future that's actually happy. So a lot of people, when they quit PMO, they make the standard error of thinking, okay, come on, time to quit. It's going to be hard. There's going to be urges, but I'm going to get through it because I'm a strong man. They have that mentality, and it doesn't work. Pretty much what you want to do is you need to conceptualize a happy abstinence, because one person's abstinence is miserable. As I said, it's riddled with urges, it's riddled with deprivation. But another person's abstinence is them. They kind of you open your mind to a new type of abstinence. Do you understand? So before you might have thought, okay, there's one type of abstinence which is battling urges. There's another type of abstinence which is like a little bit of benefit, whatever. I'm saying you need to really open your mind. Not so far. Don't open your mind so much that your brain falls out. Okay, but open your mind a lot and really see those benefits you you know PMO quitting PMO is going to give you. So those heavy costs, like, oh man, it makes me feel shame. Really open your mind and look at a shame-free abstinence in your future. Really open your mind to that new possibility. Kind of carve that new path. Because at the moment you've got two well-trodden paths. You've got PMO, which is this way. You've got abstinence, which is battling urges, this way. You need to create mentally. You've got to mentally open your mind, mentally create a new path. See that new path. Kind of, you believe into it, and you're like, "Fuck, is this possible?" And then you can choose that, and then you can learn to like that, and you learn to enjoy it. And you're not forever being deprived of PMO. You're creating a new want. The idea being that if you live in an incredibly nice house, then living in your shitty apartment before isn't that good anymore. And that's how you kind of look at porn. Looking back, you're like, the porn lifestyle really isn't even that cool. It's not even that fun. It's quite shit. Now that I've experienced a happy abstinence. But if you just experience abstinence, like the one where you're fighting urges, that kind of path, it's quite shit, and you kind of think, maybe the PMO lifestyle is for me. Because the PMO lifestyle, that path, the PMO lifestyle, is better than the abstinence that NoFap abstinence that you should go for. So you wanna, see that third path, that happy abstinence, see that new abstinence with those benefits, and then you can, when you see it in your mind's eye, you move towards it and you experience it, and you might have some powerful experiences where one day it just kind of occurs to you, this is really, really good. And you're really enjoying it. To give an analogy, it's like when you were younger and you didn't enjoy coffee. When you were young, you didn't enjoy coffee, and then one day you saw, you're like, older people are drinking coffee. I'm going to drink a mug of coffee, and you drink it, and you're not sure what to start with, but you learn to like it. That's kind of how it is. It's like trying anything new. It's like, oh, I probably won't enjoy badminton. Badminton, it looks a bit gay. People fucking hit shuttlecock, that's gay. Like, but then you play it, you work up a sweat, you realise it's quite fun, you realise, shit, this is nice, and then you begin to like badminton. Or maybe boxing, like, you get in the gym, you're like, fuck, there's just scary guys around, they're all hitting the bag, they know how to throw a punch, I don't know how to throw a punch. But then you go, and then at the start, the lesson's quite nice, they ease you into it, you learn how to throw a one, two, whatever, and you learn your footwork, and you're like, hang on a minute, this is better. The lesson finishes, and at the end of the lesson, you're like, this was quite cool. This was actually good, and that's learning. You see, that's the process. That's the process of learning, and basically, this is the same with quitting PMO. You quit PMO, you see that new path, you open your mind towards it, you go on that new path, you see those benefits in that future, you move towards that, and then you start to experience it, and you're like, fuck, this is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. You drink that coffee, you're like, oh, it's pretty good. You go to that boxing class, it's pretty good. You play badminton, you work up a sweat, it's pretty fucking good. And then, but you go to another boxing class, and you're like, and you learn more, and you start to like it more and more. As you go, you ease into it a bit more. You're like, fuck man, this is actually decent. I actually prefer this. And then one week you miss boxing, you're like, fuck, I miss it. I want to go back. That's kind of how it is. It's not a process of like trying to develop streaks and stuff. It's just a process of making, like, kind of opening your mind and then making your mind up. As I've said before many times, and I'll say it again because it's got to be hammered home. You cannot view yourself as addicted. You've got to view yourself as having full mental autonomy. Mental. What that means is like, from a first person perspective, you are in the driver's seat, not the brain. Don't create a boogeyman out of your brain. Your brain isn't this external thing that's pulling you like a puppet. You are in the control. You control your beliefs. So it's absolutely vital that you see, okay, I'm the one in control of my beliefs. I'm in control of my reasoning. And you know that's true because you reason differently all the time in your life. The same type of reasoning that says, look, there are 3 coats over there. Those are my 3 coats. Jacket number 1, jacket number 2, waterproof coat number 3. If I'm going out, I'm making a decision. Which one do I want? And you do this type of reasoning all the time with all the time in life. I'm thinking to myself, okay, is it raining? If it's raining, I want this coat because that's waterproof. These other 2 aren't. Okay? If I'm wearing blue jeans, I want to be wearing the brown coat because if I'm wearing blue jeans, I can't wear the blue one. Otherwise, I'm wearing double denim and that's fucking moist. Do you see what I'm saying? So I need to. I'm reasoning in my head. I'm like, fuck. If I wear the thing is, that's my new jacket there. This is my new jacket, and I know I'm going to some dirty nightclub, and I don't want to get drink spilled on it. I just bought that one. Maybe I'll wear black jeans and I'll wear the jacket's a little bit older, and then that'll be better. But then you're like, fuck, it's actually quite cold, so maybe I want to take the risk and wear the second jacket, because then at least I'll be warm. Yeah, the drinks might get spilled on it, but I'll try and be careful. But then you're like, fuck, okay, no, wait, because instead I don't actually need to wear that to be warm. Instead, I can just wear my jumper underneath, and then if I wear my jumper underneath, if I get too hot, I can take it off. But if I get too cold, then I'll just keep this jacket on, and then because of my jumper, I'll actually be warm enough. Do you see what I mean? Did you see how that was like a chain of reasoning in my first person? I didn't think of the brain. I didn't think of, my dopamine wants me to wear which jacket does my dopamine want me to wear. That's fucking retarded. I just smacked myself. But that is fucking retarded as fuck. Your brain isn't deciding. You are deciding which jacket to fucking wear. You're deciding which jacket to wear. You're deciding what to do with your life in terms of the PMO stuff as well. I know it seems frustrating. I'm not having a go at you at all, even though it does sound like it. I'm having a go at the idea that your brain controls you. Fuck that idea. That idea is fucked. That idea is super fucked. And neuroscientists just make it work for you. Worse for you. Your brain is not pulling you this like this. You are deciding which jacket to wear. You're not thinking about your dopamine. Which does your dopamine want your jacket to wear? Similarly with porn, you're not thinking which. You're thinking, the dopamine is making me watch porn. Fuck that. You want to watch porn. Like, the dopamine doesn't want me to wear the jacket. I want to wear the jacket. You know, own it. Be like, I want to watch porn. And then you're like, fuck, do I? And now you can reason, in the same way that I reason which jacket to choose, you can reason, could I have a happy abstinence? And then you open your mind to that new path, and then you're like, fuck yeah, that new path, I want that. And then you go for it, and you experience it, and you realise it's fucking sick. That's it. Okay? Read the books in the description, Freedom Model. If you haven't subscribed, because more vids are coming. And like it for the algo if you want to. I want to spread this shit more, and I really think that we're going to make some serious progress here. So I'm excited for the future. And let's just, please just keep reading the books and solve your problem, man.